know that this is a regular meet, okay? There are at least 10 other teams that we're combining results with. DePaul, Wabash, Birmingham Southern, John Carroll, Denison is in this meet. There are a lot of teams in this meet, okay? So if you really want to see where you stack up against other teams, let's get in the mindset that this is the real thing. Okay, this isn't just a practice. This is the real thing. Okay, so you doing the cowbell cheer? All right.
So, Jimmy, what are some of the restrictions that center has put in place for COVID protocols for the swim team?
So we have to wear masks when we're not swimming. We do men and women's practices, and then we only can have one person on each side of the pool, so to kind of keep social distancing going on, and then we have a maximum capacity in the locker rooms.
Great. What is your sort of daily routine?
My daily routine is usually we have morning practice, so that'll either be a morning swim or lift. I'll usually go grab some food after that, and then I don't have class until after lunch, so I'll probably usually go back to bed or do some work, go to class, and then come back here and do another afternoon swim.
And then my final question is, how has COVID-19 affected you personally?
Personally, it's been pretty tough to train just because we're training a lot less. We're doing a lot less yardages, a lot less practices. And also we've had some ups and downs with stopping and starting back up again with swimming, so that's been really challenging. And then academically, not a huge fan of the block schedule. Not a huge fan of being in hour-and-a-half classes, so yeah.
Hey, Austin, it's good to see you today. So we're going to start off with the first question, and that is, what are some of the precautions that the swim team has put in place so that you know you are going to be safe?
So some of the precautions that have been put in place for the swim team is that at most we're not allowed to have no more than 3 people in the lane. So the way that works is you have one person at one end, another person at the other end, and then someone in the middle. And then also we've split up everyone into different groups, so that way if one person, one group were to test positive, it would only be the people in that group who would take the risk of potentially also catching it instead of having it spread to the whole team.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's it for precautions.
Great. So what's a daily routine that you have gotten yourself into, not just regarding swimming, but in your daily life because of COVID-19 at Center? I know you live on campus.
One daily routine I guess I've got myself into as a result of COVID, and this mostly has to do with the way block schedule is set up, is before I'm kind of used to waiting till the last minute to do whatever I need to do for classes, but recently I've started working ahead, and I found that not only does it allow me to have more free time, but I don't know, I just find it more easier to do the way block schedule is.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect answer. And so my final question is, how do you feel that that COVID-19 is going to affect the swim team overall? And how do you feel about your own performance as well?
I guess one way COVID-19 will affect the swim team overall, is that it will change the way that we compete. Because last Saturday we were supposed to have our first virtual meet. I don't remember who it was, but unlike in the traditional meet where you have someone from another team in the pool competing against you. You're just more or less swimming against yourself and your teammates. So I guess it could kind of potentially bring the team closer together by having us spend more time and compete against one another, but that's pretty much it. And also kind of changes the way we train, since before there were two different groups when it came to training, which was sprint and mid distance and distance IM. But at this point, with the way things are, kind of had to change whole training groups, and now you're just pretty much in a group with people who are more or less at the same swimming ability as you are.
Okay, great. And what about your performance? Just
My performance. Well, personally, my performance isn't where it was at last year, and this mostly has to do to the fact that over the when we were sent home, I didn't really have that many opportunities to practice, so I wasn't really able to stay in shape over summer, and then also now since I'm in quarantine for 2 weeks, I won't be able to practice, so I won't be able to stay in shape.
gotcha.